Oh, hey guys, as promised, I'm back on Saturday with another video. Today I'm going to be making ground turkey, spinach, and potato curry. So, here I have 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. I have half a teaspoon of mustard seeds. I have 1 medium-sized onion. I have an Indian spice blend. And I have some potatoes. And here I have minced garlic, and that is 4 to 6 cloves depending on the size. And I have 1 tablespoon of ginger, and both mixed together. And then I have some ground turkey, and I have some spinach. So now let's get started. So here I have a cast iron skillet, and I already set the heat so that my coconut oil would melt. So it is on medium heat right now, and now I'm just gonna scoop in my coconut oil, and you want to make sure that it gets all over, and you just want to spread it around just like that, so that all over the pan has oil. And you're just gonna wait until that heats up, and you will want to drag it along until it's all melted. So now that it's all melted, I'm just gonna put this aside, and I'm gonna put in my mustard seeds. Okay, so now that the mustard seeds are in, you can kind of hear that popping, and you want that to happen because when the mustard seeds pop, they give out a great flavor. So you want them to pop to continue popping, and you want it all to pop because it has a really nice flavor. Can you hear that? That's what it should sound like. So we're just gonna wait until this is all put in. Okay, so now that it's all popped, you could add in your ingredients while it's still popping. It'll still give out that good flavor. Okay, so now I'm gonna add my onions in, and your onions will. You want your onions to be translucent, which means that it will be a little bit clear. And then you just want to mix it around a little bit so that it'll become a little clear faster. Okay, so I'm just gonna let that sit. Okay, so I'm gonna lower the heat a little bit, just like that, and then I'm gonna continue to mix around my onions. Just like this, and you want it to kind of go all over the pan so that it can heat up a little faster. And the mustard seeds will continue to pop even if you have your ingredients in there. It's okay. It doesn't really matter. Okay. Okay, so now I'm just going to turn on the fan so that my whole house doesn't smell like curry, because I'm sure my dad wouldn't like that. I'm working. I'm working.
You're pressing the timer. Please look for the sign that says fan, Hannah. For speed, press that. Start. High, low, high, off. No. It's okay. Forget it. Say our thing is not working. My dad's clothes are gonna have to smell like curry.
So sorry guys, I was having a little bit of difficulty. Our thing is not working, so my dad's just gonna have to suffer. His clothes are gonna have to smell like curry right now. So now that our onions are a little bit translucent, we're gonna put in our Indian spice blend. And if if you don't, and my grandmother made this, but if you don't have a grandmother that can make an Indian spice blend, you can always go to the store and buy the Nirpada chicken curry spice blend, because that one is great too. So you just want to mix it around, and you're gonna let that heat up for a little bit, and we're gonna put our spoon down. Okay, so here I have a potato, and I'm gonna show you how to cut my potato. So first you want to peel your potato. I have already peeled mine, and then you want to cut it like it's kind of like you're butterflying a chicken breast. So first you're gonna cut it into strips, just like that, and you're cutting it into strips vertically, and then after that you're going to cut it. I'm sorry, that was horizontally, and then you're gonna cut it vertically. Okay, so if your things are big, you could always like cut them down like I am. It should kind of looks like cubes, just like this one. Okay, so now that our pan is heated up, I'm just gonna put in all my potatoes. So first I'm gonna start with these, and I'm just gonna put them in. Okay, and then I'm gonna take these, and I'm gonna also put those in. Just like that. Okay, so I'm gonna let that stay there, and I'm gonna mix it around. And the potatoes will take a little bit of time to cook, so I'm gonna come off camera and cook these, and I'll be back when they're almost fully cooked. Okay, so guys, the potatoes are cooked, and so I have covered it and added some water so that it will be able to cook. And you know that it's cooked because if you take a spoon, you should be able to mash it. Okay, so now I'm gonna add in the turkey. This is not a typical South Indian dish. It's one of our creations, and which is why I really wanted to show you all how to make it. And you're just gonna smash the turkey just like that, because you don't want it to be in clumps. And you're just gonna mix it with the potatoes just like that. Okay, so I mentioned before that my grandmother makes her own spice blend and sends it for us, which is true. She's a really great cook, and I'm hoping that one day she will make an appearance on Sweet, Savory, and Safe to show us how to recreate her secret Indian spice blend. And this recipe is not a secret, and it was created by my mom when we were little to teach us how to eat by ourselves. We were kind of spoiled by our grandparents who fed us by hand, and we also expected our grandparents to do everything to do the same. I guess they had something else in mind. It's really easy for little kids to eat this because there are no big pieces, and it has all things kids love and need in one pot. It seemed to be love at first bite with this dish. I'm making it today because my brother and I just got braces, and our mouth is hurting, so we need to eat softer foods.
Mix the edges.
So you're gonna mix the edges in the turkey with it. Okay, so now I'm just gonna take my ginger paste and garlic paste into the thing, just like that. Okay, so you want to make sure that you get it all evenly spread everywhere, and you're gonna mix it just like that. And you want to make sure that your potato and turkey is spread out throughout the pan. Okay, so now I'm just gonna cover my pan and let it cook. Okay, so here I have some spinach, and I cut it into strips, and so now I'm going to show you how to do that. So you take your spinach, your spinach, and you just fold it like that, and you're going to take your knife, and you're going to cut it just like that. And I'm cutting my spinach because my brother doesn't really like big chunks, so we have to cut it so that everybody who eats it likes it. Okay, so here I have 1 pound of spinach, and I'm gonna put it in this bowl. Okay, so spinach is so here I have some spinach, and it may seem like a lot of spinach, but when you cook it, it like shrinks, so when all of this is done, it's gonna seem like barely any spinach. Okay, so I'm gonna go off camera and let this cook for a little bit. Okay, so you want to keep stirring your turkey so that it becomes like small pieces, just like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna add in my spinach, and I know it seems like I'm adding a lot of spinach, but I'm really not, because once this is all finished, it will look like there's barely any spinach, and you just want to mix it around in the pot as you add it very slowly, because they are big pieces now, but they will shrink down. So I'm just gonna keep adding, and it's okay if you make a mess. You could just put all the spinach back into the pot. Okay, so this is perfect for that. This is perfect for people who have braces, because the potatoes are soft and the turkey doesn't require and really any chewing, and the spinach, well, it just melts in with all the other ingredients. Okay, so you want to make sure that you get spinach you want to make sure that you spin it like all around, and you're just gonna add it all in. And I know I'm making a mess, but I'll clean it up later when I finish cooking. Okay, so now I'm just gonna cover it back up, just like that, and you are covering it so that all the steam helps the spinach cook. You can so you can eat this alone like a chili, since it has all the food groups, and the protein from the turkey, carbohydrates from the potato, and the spinach is the vegetable. You can also eat this with rice or chapati or naan. If you want to make different variations of this, I would suggest ground beef or lamb, and you can also vary the vegetables. We like ground turkey because it's one of the leaner, healthier meats, and spinach kind of takes on some of the flavor as whatever you're cooking it with. So it's easy to mask for kids who don't like vegetables like me. But if you'd like some suggestions or any vegetable variations, I think mushroom might be a really good one, as it doesn't have a strong flavor, or maybe collard greens, or even kale. I would definitely suggest a leafy vegetable thought, but if you're trying something else, let me know. I'd love to see how it turned out. Sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna open this up, and it's not really fully cooked yet, so I'm gonna go off camera, and I'll see you guys when it's done. So guys, it's done now, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so I had to put the spinach in batches because I chose too small of a pot, and I know I made a bit of a mess, but I think if you're doing this with an adult, it won't be so messy. I hope you enjoyed watching me make this dish, because I really enjoyed sharing one of our family recipes with you all. It's my favorite time of the episode. Let's talk about the Bible verse. John chapter 6 verse 27 says, "Do not work for all the food that spoils, but for food that endures to eternal life, which is what the Son of Man will give you. For on him God the Father has placed his seal of approval." As you think about this verse, I think about the amount of time we spend eating and drinking and preparing food in comparison to the amount of time we spend with God, or reading and meditating on his word. It is true we need food to sustain us, and if we are eating, I prefer to eat food that is delicious and nutritious. The foods that we love are provided to us from God our Father, without really asking for anything in return, except a little time. I think of it this way: if I want to make friends and keep friends, I have to spend time with them and get to know them. It's kind of like an investment. The more you put into it, the bigger it grows. God puts a lot of time and attention into us, and I know that if we give him back some of our time, we will see the fruits of investing in that friendship. God's food is his word. If we get to know and understand the Bible better, we will want for nothing. And as delicious as this one pot wonder may be, it will spoil if you leave it in the fridge too long, which is probably not going to happen because it's so delicious you guys won't even have any leftovers. But the word of God endures forever. It is timeless and a source of comfort, not just when your teeth are sore from braces, but during any hardship. I'm hoping you guys give our family recipe a try, but more than that, I'm hoping you give some of our time to God today and every day. I'm so glad we got to make this. We got the chance to share it in his word and make this savory dish. May God bless you until next time and always. I'm Hannah J. See you Saturday.